We all experience challenging and difficult situations in life. In the face of these complexities, it is not always clear how to respond, what to do, or what to avoid. It's easy to get stuck in these moments and stop moving forward in life. Wholeness with Naomi is a program that explores our experiences with such encounters and provides tools and strategies that can enable anyone facing these hardships to continue walking their path in life. We can't wait to meet you on this journey. Tune in, your life is about to change for the better.
Welcome to our program, Wholeness with Naomi, where we talk about different and sometimes difficult life situations that may come our way, and more importantly, give you tools to be able to navigate such path. As we walk in life, we may find ourselves under different circumstances. You may be married, in a union, and life does happen to all of us. Sometimes you may end up being divorced, separated, or even the loss of a spouse. In that, there may be children that have been blessed in the union. How do you navigate in that particular phase of your life? How do you continue raising your children in a balanced way and to provide all that they require from you as the parent that is there? Joining us today on the show, we have Mr. Chinyerere. Welcome to the program, Mr. Chinyerere.
Thank you, Naomi. It's my pleasure.
Thank you. Mr. Chinyerere, do share with us your journey of life. We are talking about the journey that you've walked or that you're actually still walking. What happened, Mr. Chinyerere?
Thank you, Naomi. My journey is a unique journey to me, and I wasn't expecting it when it happened. I took it as a difficult moment that happened in my life. It happened last year, 2024, in February.
So that's recent.
That's very recent. We were not expecting it because it was on a Sunday. We went to church, we came back home, and we had lunch that was prepared by my wife. And around 3, she started feeling nausea. She started feeling some hot body temperatures. And she said, no, I want to just rest for a moment. But it took about 2 hours when she was resting. I checked on her and I said, she's well. Then I went back to where I was doing my work. And around 5:30, she said, I'm feeling too hot, I need to take a bath. Then she went to the bathroom. She started having a bath. Then I had some groanings. When I had those groanings, I said, what's happening? Then she was locked inside. And I tried to open, but the door could not open. Then after about 3 minutes, she opened the door. And he said, I'm feeling too hot now.
Okay.
More than she was feeling. But when I touched her, she was so cold. Then I grabbed her, picked her up, rushed to the car, and we rushed to a 24-hour clinic. We went to the nearest 24-hour surgery. It was closed that day. I drove to another nearby, about a kilometer away. The assistants came. They said, do you need a wheelchair? She said, no, I'll walk.
Okay.
She stepped out of the car. She went inside. I was having my 2 children, the last born.
They were with you in the car?
They were with me in the car.
Even at the hospital?
Even at the hospital.
Okay.
Then they told me to go to the reception, whilst they were attending to her, and fill some admission forms or the consultation forms, those first preliminary forms. So whilst I was there, in about 17 minutes, I also went back to the car because I had left the car by the round inside. I had to pack it nicely now. When I was coming in, one sister came and said, the doctor wants you in another room. So I went to that room. There were 2 doctors now.
And in this time, what thoughts were in your mind, if you could just share with us?
I was thinking, if they say admission, then we would hear how much would they charge for cash, or I would take it tomorrow to our usual doctor, our family doctor. I was thinking that maybe for today she need an admission.
Okay.
Yeah, it was in me that with what she is saying and how she was feeling when we left home, I think they may better have an admission, if not a full admission, but it was around 6 p.m. So I would allow them to do that.
Okay.
Yeah, and I would go back home with the kids, then I'll come and stay with her. That was in my mind. After they said admission or whatever they were saying, I was prepared to take the children back home and come back to the hospital and be there with her for that night. But when I went to this other room, they asked me about history and what she was feeling. Then I told them, as I did, how we were there. Then the male said, unfortunately, we lost her. Yeah, and it was a difficult moment for me that time.
That's, even for me right now as I'm listening you share your story, it's coming still as a shock as well.
Yeah.
From what you're just sharing, you went with your wife at the hospital and you were expecting that, you were going to come out together and tomorrow she'll go for admission if there is need.
Yes.
And then this is the news that you were just told. You were not expecting it. The children were not expecting it, but you found yourself in that difficult space.
Correct. When I walked in, when the sister called me, I thought they want to tell me how much they were charging at that 24-hour facility. Maybe their bills, their expectations, the medication they would need, the injections, whatever they want to do to make the diagnosis well. But I asked the doctor, so what did you do to her?
I'm sorry to hear this, Mr. Chinyerere. I'm sorry for the loss that you encountered of your wife. Viewers, as you are listening, Mr. Chinyerere is sharing his story, Sometimes we actually find ourselves in situations where we have not even prepared for. Like for his example, his wife passed away. Death is not something that all of us prepare for, but sometimes we do find ourselves in that particular space. And life all of a sudden takes a twist, it takes a turn. And we don't know what the next day is holding for us in light of such shocking news that you just hear in that moment. Let's take a short break. Do join us again. Thank you. Before we went on a short break, Mr. Chinyerere was just sharing with us his personal life journey, how he came to the knowledge that his wife had passed away, which was very shocking. And he found himself in this place where he now had to take life as a single dad to his children. I would want to ask you further, Mr. Chinyerere, how was that journey like for you? And how is that journey like for you? It's something that you're also currently still in that journey. If you don't mind sharing the ages of your children and how you're finding that journey for yourself.
Thank you, Naomi. I'll start by the age of my children. I've got 3 children, 2 girls and a boy.
Okay.
So the first daughter is 14 and the second daughter is in grade 3, 9 years old. Then the last born is a boy, 5 years old now.
He's quite young.
Very young.
From just what you shared, this information that your wife has passed away was shared with you at the hospital. And as you highlighted earlier on, you also had traveled with your kids and they were there also waiting to see mom or waiting to find out what has happened to mom. How did you break this news to your children?
Oh, thank you for that question, Naomi. Maybe to clarify, as I have 3 kids, 2 were with me at the hospital and they were in the car. The boy was 4 years and the 8-year-old girl was in the car. Then our first daughter, she was at school, at a boarding school.
Okay.
So what I did is to find the nearest person who could take my children home and drive the car home, whilst I was trying to understand the situation. So, and the issues around death and the paperwork, everything was now coming to me. The doctors, they were asking for certain procedures to be taken so that the corpse could be taken to the mortuary. So I could not understand whether it was true or not. But the children were taken home.
Okay.
I did not break the news to them immediately, those who were in the car. I just told them, Mommy is here and we are going home. So they learned later, 3 or 4 days after, that their mother had passed on.
Passed away.
But for the girl who was at boarding school, the following day, I had to arrange again with a colleague, a workmate, to go and pick my daughter from school. But I gave them my relatives and those who were close to her. But they did not tell her the news there. They told her that there was a birthday at home. But for the school authorities, they had already known that evening. Because I made that communication very well. So when she came home, when she arrived, then she found people all over. Then she asked those who took her, why am I here? Then, because I wanted to tell her myself, but they told her, well, they were still in the car because of the situation or the environment. So that's how the first daughter knew about the said passing on of her mother. But for the younger ones, those I had in the car, I told them on the day of burial. That's when I broke the news. I asked them deliberately, do you know where your mother is? Then my boy said, my mom is at the hospital.
Okay.
We are going to take her back when she is well.
Okay.
You left her at the hospital that day, but she was lying in the coffin inside. Then I decided to tell him.
It's difficult. Even as we are just sitting and talking now, you know, you can feel even the shift in the emotions as well as you're sharing. Yeah, this is something which is hard and painful. And in that moment, as you're just sharing, it sounds like, you know, the journey of being a single parent started the moment that you heard the news that your wife is passed on, and you had to make the important decisions. What should I share with my children? When should I share with them? How should I share this news that is shocking to them of the passing on of their mother?
Sure.
How has the journey been like for you, Mr. Chinyerere? What sort of challenges have you been facing as you were moving in this journey?
Yeah, the journey from that day onwards, it's a tough ride. It's a tough journey. From emotional stress, depression, anxiety, financial strains. She was also part of the family, and she was also part of me. She contributed to our living, and all of a sudden, that was taken off from our budget. So I had so many challenges through the journey, even up to now. Even when trying to raise the kids, trying to make the family go ahead, I faced a lot of challenges, be it emotions, be it anger, depression. At some point, I thought maybe I had this, what do you call them? The mental stress. They call it
Depression?
Depression and the mental health part of it.
Okay.
That I was not well. You also lose a lot of connections that you have after the loss. So those are challenges that are attached to that loss. Yeah.
You know, from just your sharing, Mr. Chinyerere, you know, it's a place where you were undergoing grief. Your children were also grieving for the loss of their mother, but still life had to go on.
Sure.
It's something as simple as, where do I find a button? Where do I find this particular spoon to be able to maybe prepare this particular meal that we need to eat with the children? The challenges are diverse, the challenges are unique to you, and they are also so different. But in that, you know, how does one continue finding strength to continue going and to provide that environment for their children to be able to thrive in it? Let's take a short break. Welcome back, viewers. Before we went on a short break, Mr. Chinyerere was just sharing with us some of the challenges that he has been facing in his journey of single parenting due to the loss of his wife. Mr. Chinyerere, what are some of the tools that you've been using on this journey to help you cope with the situation that you are in now?
Okay, thank you, Naomi, for that. I would say the first tool that I used is to believe in God.
Okay.
And to have faith in God. Also taking each day as it comes. That's what I have said and decided to do. Right now, as we are speaking, I don't think of what's coming tomorrow. I'll wait for tomorrow, then try to handle the day as it comes. Because I learn new things every day. And I appreciate new things every day. And also praying is one of the tools that I used from the faith that I said at the beginning. Then also networking.
Okay.
Yeah. I learned from my pastor that you need what we call divine connections.
Okay.
What
are those, Mr. Chinyerere?
The divine connections are networks that do not need you to transact. They are not transactional. You don't pay anything. You don't have to lose anything. If I'm connected to Naomi, for example, you check on me. You don't ask for anything. So you have that type of connection which is divine, and it doesn't have any transaction in it. Those helps a lot.
Okay. If I could just pause you, Mr. Chinyerere, from what you're sharing about connections and the community that you're in, you know, it's also something that I just also want to also buttress to our viewers. This community doesn't necessarily have to be just people around you. This can be your friends. This can be some of the parents who are friends with your children. This can be people from church. This can be Hama, Anambuya, Anasekuru, Anatete varipo. The community is large. What type of community do you have around you? Make use of that. As Mr. Chinyerere said, these are divine connections that you don't need to pay, but they help you as you navigate your journey.
Another tool is not to keep yourself idle.
Okay.
You should not just sit and keep yourself idle or grieving. Yes, there's time for grief. Maybe give yourself time and know that now I must move. Yes, you will be seated, you will be grieving. I will not give time because each person has got a difficult situation around him or her. They may find the time not applicable to them. But when you find that you are now strong, try to move up and keep yourself busy so that you will not see the same vision every day. Even at the evenings, try to keep yourself busy. Find a book to read, find something to keep yourself in that strength that will take you to tomorrow. Personally, yes, I had some sleepless nights, even up to now. Yes, there are some nights that are emotional to me, and there are some dates that I know if this day comes, I may be emotional. Then I will find something to do. It's another strategy. Then another strategy that I have used is to be friends with my children.
Okay, I like that. Please share.
Yeah. From the day we laid their mother to rest, when we were at home, I decided to find out if they really understand what had happened. Two of them, yes, they knew, but the boy was not so sure. So I took a deliberate move to say, all right, every weekend or every Sunday, I take them out, maybe for an ice cream. If I don't have money, I will know that there are cheaper ice creams that I can get, maybe at the nearest point. I can buy just for them. Then whilst they are having their ice cream, you start telling them some stories, what you used to do with their mom, take them to play centers and make them friends. And personally, I said every evening we must continue doing our prayer together.
As a family.
As a family. We pray together every day. And I have extended to them that if I'm late and you find that you want to sleep, can you do your prayer whilst I'm not there? I will join you at this time. So they are my friends. Then to the girl, also I told them that deliberately I am now your father and I'm assuming the roles of your mother. There are some things yes, that you may hide from me or that you may be lacking. But at the end of the day, all those that are surrounding us, they will come back to me and say, Daddy did not provide this for you. Did you tell him? So it's now our time and our chance to keep on interacting. Let's share whatever you think we must share. So they are my friends.
Thank you so much, Mr. Chinyerere. One thing that's really coming out from your sharing is the intentionality, that you were intentional and you're still intentional. You plan in advance for finding ways to be able to engage and connect with your family. You know, as you were just sharing, I was just thinking of an incident which happened where I lost a close friend of mine. And when she was in hospital, the times that she would actually get up, she would always ask, how is my husband? And at some point, the nurses did ask her, you're always asking about how your husband is, but not the children, because she had children. And she said, I know that when my husband is fine, he's able to take care of the children. And I see that pattern in your sharing, that you're taking care of yourself, and your mental health, you taking care of yourself also ensures that you're able to take care of the children. Any closing remarks, Mr. Chinyerere? There's someone that is sitting, that is watching this program now, that is also in the same space as maybe you were some months ago. Any words that you can give to such a person?
So my closing remarks are, number one, be friends with your children.
Okay.
That's the first thing. Number two, you need to pray. You need to know God. And also be connected. Find people who are connected to you, those who will help you, and also learn things every day. Do not assume that you know everything. You learn new things every day. So, yeah.
Thank you so much, Mr. Chinyerere, for sharing your life journey with us. You know, it's a space which is difficult to even allow someone to come into it. But thank you so much for working with us in that difficult space and into your journey and into your family's life as well. As Mr. Chinyerere said, it's a day at a time. Sometimes the whole staircase may not be so clear as to how you navigate, but just take short steps, one day at a time. Do continue in wholeness. Till we meet next time. Thank you.